You supposed to drown. You ain't no with no ball. I turned you out. You won't catch me in no sharp boots. I burned them out. She gotta wait till their birthday to go out of town. Yeah, I talk a lot of. He like who you think you is. Not your bitch. Not your hoe. Think he got one up on me. Whole tiny like 3-0 twin. Bitch, I be going in. Bitches clearly want my life and it's so evident. Cook, clean, and fuck 'em right. I'm so heaven sent. What I look like asking him about another bitch? Like tell you once, won't tell you twice. And post that up, we be alright. See, I gon' tweet and I'm gon' fight fast. Yeah.
Don't wanna if it don't clap when she walk. Ain't too pretty in the face, but she super thin. I'm just taking on my line, on my mind. VIP going bad. Bands make a dance with a bag full of fans. Got my bands in that band, making bad on the tail. Bands cost $1 grand with that ass in my hands. A bag full of cash. Your model, I'm a killer. Seen them now, she stop, pop the squat by the football. Thinking out loud, my plot trying to kill her. Help us somebody, the bitch wiped on the people. Going live, long hair, shoulder, ride like Geronimo. Say I got the gas, when I'm talking about control. The whole click down, I'm talking like dominoes. One hit wonder when we finish. Got money.
Hello. How is everybody doing? Who has watched Beauty in Black? I'm going to say Divorce in the Black maybe a few times while we're in here talking about this show because it's just all the way on the tip of my tongue because Tyler want to pop out and have things in black 2 times in 1 year. If you are just getting in here, remember that I am not only streaming on my platform, but my guests, the girls' platforms in the back as well. So if you could comment, engage, hit the like button, you know what you're supposed to do. Get on in here and do all of that. Bringing out Ashley with the sweet perspective first, because I would just love to know how she feels about the show Incomplete. Because when I asked her, I think Ashley was halfway through. She said she was sitting up. She was entranced. She was in tune with all things Beauty in the Black, and it was giving her everything that she ever needed. Ashley, how you feeling now?
Oh my gosh, Tyler's, okay? But what I will say, this is the best Tyler property that I've watched this year.
Oh.
I was highly entertained. I was. Was it ridiculous? Yes. Was it cringy? Absolutely. But did I get to take off my thinking cap and just go with it? I did. There were issues, Tyra. I know. But as far as entertainment value, it gave it to me. It did. I was flabbergasted. My mouth was hanging open. This is what I expect from Tyler, and he gave me that.
Okay. I'm chilling because I have a tendency to be a little hard on Mr. Perry. I am chilling. I watched this show against my will. I just didn't want to. But EJ, the TV junkie in the back, could have a completely different perspective. Maybe she enjoyed it. Maybe gave her everything. Maybe she couldn't stand it and never want to watch it again. The people would love to know. EJ, how are you feeling about this show so far?
Hey, listen, first of all, let me make sure my mic on. Okay, it's on. Okay, I'm making sure y'all can hear me because I want y'all to hear me loud and clear when I say this. Listen, I was engaged. Listen, this gave me... I was intrigued, and I was in this from the very beginning to the very end. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I was like, I can't stop watching. I was up to like 5 a.m. watching Beauty and the Black. I didn't even go to sleep. I had to get up and go right to work. I said, well, damn. I didn't even go to sleep. So I was like, okay. But yeah, no, honestly, I thought it was just interesting to say the least. Whenever I listen, I got nothing but love for TP. He be keeping the people of color in work, and I'm here for all of that. But when I look at a TP situation, I always go into it knowing exactly what I'm going to get. So I got exactly what I wanted, but I did get some more because it was actually very, very pull you in. You need to know what's going to happen the next go and the next go and the next go. So I guess it did what it was supposed to do when it's all said and done.
EJ said very, very.
I was like,
I'll come in here. I see somebody say that I was blurry. You guys, am I blurry before I went out and I came, you know what? You already know what it is. This
you
might
just gotta
be
refresh the browser.
That's all right. I'm gonna go on and refresh it now.
Should refresh it, y'all. But so what did y'all think in the chat? Drop it in the chat because I know y'all have a lot of thoughts immediately.
Somebody said this was trash. Oh, dang. That's messed up. Y'all can't tell me y'all wasn't intrigued. Okay,
Much
exactly.
Better,
it's better now?
Yes.
I just started it because I refreshed it before we got on here. But if we're going to have to refresh it every single time, I'll just do that before I bring you guys out. We using some new stuff, y'all. Bear with us. But back to EJ and this very, very, because she said very, very. She was highly entertained. I'm not even going to go in on Tyler the way that I normally can. I will say that it had potential. Did we, I guess, fully realize that potential? I can't say that with my whole chest. I wouldn't even lie like that. But we gonna get into a little bit of the show before we dive into the commentary, because maybe some of y'all seen it, because I seen a few comments under the community tab for this, and a lot of people said that they cut it on just to cut it right back off. they weren't feeling it, or I tried to get in that first episode. It's just not that. So I'm gonna give y'all the gist of the show in under 2 minutes, I think 3 minutes, and then we gonna dive in. But I put a little something together for the people who maybe just didn't watch it like that. Let me click here. Here we go. That's not what I clicked. Actually, don't do that.
How much longer are we gonna let him do this to us?
Well, we can do what he says, or we can go to jail.
And I don't want to hear no excuses. You act like you don't want to work.
Wonder what her life is like.
I just saved money to get my ass done. I can't get docked.
So get your ass on in there and act like you want it.
At some point, you gotta face the fact that we hoes. And that's all we gonna be.
This is Mallory!
Move! I'm gonna have to talk to Jules about her.
I don't know how you admire her.
I don't.
I want to sit here.
Well,
What are you talking about?
I saw you looking at him. How much money she owe Jules?
Yeah, a whole lot.
It's okay. You're gonna be making so much money you can buy me a new dress.
I can't make him happy, Jules. He'd be so agitated.
Yeah?
I do.
Wait, I can take this with the painkillers?
It's gonna be like body 1 and body 2. So you have to go. So you're just gonna leave me here?
Well, what the hell kind of security are you? Got this nasty ass nappy-headed child spitting up on me. This is couture.
Hi, Rain. I'm Daga.
Call my wife. You know, we never get a lot of time. Oh my God.
Is everything set up?
Yeah.
Heard you went to the hospital.
Not at all. Honey, what happened? You got to save her.
You gonna take my place?
My brother has covered this up. I'm gonna destroy this family.
The woman that was run over was your aunt.
Which one of you did it?
Stop! You better get your nasty black ass out of here. You have any idea what you're up against? He is dangerous.
This entire family is dangerous.
You don't want your son to see you here.
Hey, hold on. I know my brother got to her. I know he did. I gotta move my wife.
Don't call announcing what you're gonna do.
Do it. She do it.
I'm going nasty. Yeah, nasty.
She does.
He's having her moved, and you've been served.
You told me that you could move her.
Well, that'll do it.
Okay. That's the gist of what
And that'll do it.
that's the gist of what's going on here. So for anybody who opted, I guess, not to give Beauty in the Black a fair chance, I think I got a little bit of everything here that can really explain to you what all happened here. But Ashley, I am going to come to you first and ask, what do you feel are the pros and cons of watching Beauty in Black? If you have any cons, I don't know. You know,
I do. Like I said, there were issues. We know that. And you guys drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me better. I know Darfelina was saying I sounded very low before. But pros, I was set. I was completely entertained. It was outlandish in true Tyler Perry fashion. I actually was here for the storyline. I think that it had potential, right? We could have gone somewhere with this. I like kind of tapping into like the seedy underbelly of like this rich family. And I think it did what it did, right? Like I was entertained, I laughed, I gasped, I clutched my pearls, all of those things. Cons. Tyler Perry's always going to have a pacing issue. It doesn't matter what he does, if it's a movie or a show, there's always going to be issues with pacing. The acting, the dialogue, there were issues. We had some shining stars, though, through it. You know our vets, Papa Lawson them. Tyler has a way, though, of even with established actors making them caricature-ish, and he didn't disappoint with this. He did the same thing here that he always does. He's gonna make them a caricature. The story has holes in it. There's holes. I think if you're going to give us a protagonist that you want us to deeply care for, you have to build that. And poor Kimmie, she just ain't stand a chance. Like it had potential, seeing her backstory, the relationship with her mom, and then by the end, you just wanted to shake Kimmie because Kimmie, are you dumb? If you don't tell Horace never mind, Horace, never mind. Like that pissed me off. But like I said, I was entertained. It was outlandish. I clutched everything I asked for from a Tyler Perry, whatever. He gave it to me. And like I said, this is the best thing of Tyler Perry's I've watched this year of his new releases, in my opinion.
Hey, I'm taking Mia Culpa and Divorce in the Black over this any day, personally. EJ, well, what were your pros and cons watching Beauty in Black?
Listen, let me start with the cons. Okay, so cons, let me think, because I'm so trained. This is the word. Don't laugh, it's not funny. I'm serious. I'm very, very trained when it comes to my guy TP. Cons, I would say, shit, I really can't think of any. I mean, honestly, it was TP. This is what he do. I mean, come on now, stop playing. Pros, I feel like we didn't have as much repeats. That was definitely a pro because he tends to does it. Stop, Tyra. I just can't even look at you right now. I can't even look. I swear. I'm gonna look over here at the chat. There was not a lot of repeats in this situation this time. So that was a pro, and that's all I got, y'all. I ain't even gonna do it to myself.
I swear, EJ, I didn't do anything. Like, shout out to the 85 people already here. Make sure you are hitting that like button. I'm gonna wait till y'all get a little bit more heavy in here midway, and I'm gonna run that under 3 minutes. Tyler Perry, Black for you one more again. But
not with you.
Okay, because I prepped myself to be here. I'm not a fan, but I'm at the point where I'm going into Tyler Perry executively produced. That's what the credits said. It said executively produced, written, directed, everything by Tyler Perry. I've stopped going in expecting anything. Okay, I'm at the point of accepting what he offers as just what it is, and Not expecting for him to exceed any expectations or to improve immensely. It's just gonna be what it is. Like Ashley said, go into it and turn your brain off. I really tried, I swear to God. But the pros here, there was a storyline here. There was a clear-cut opportunity. As I said in the thumbnail, this is Tyler Perry's P-Valley Players Club family business on a gentleman stage. What's the other show he does with some sisters? What's the other one? The All Queens Men. Yeah, it was all of that oval stuff. I don't know, Ruthless. I don't know. I don't watch it. But this was all of that from what I have seen and tried to check out, because I do try to give Tyler Perry shows and films opportunities just to see, you know. It was all of that. The story was there. It wasn't executed in a way that did any of these characters any favors. Everybody's hair looked nice.
Beautiful gowns.
Yeah, everybody's hair looked nice. I'm trying to find. Wait. Yeah, that's all I have for pros. I love every time we reach back. I love to see Miss Debbie. I love a good Richard Lawson moment. I love, it was the 3rd of September. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. I love when we reach back and grab people who are familiar. And I love, as EJ stated, that he gives, because that's everybody's go-to. He hiring Black actors. He's giving opportunity, rightfully so. Do I think everybody deserves an opportunity? No, because I think some people just simply can't act. But I don't pay these people, to each his own. This was a chore. I've learned with many of Tyler Perry's shows, because they do tend to be long-winded. Just skip a little bit, skip a little bit and advance to the next scene. And I swear you won't miss anything. It'll be like nothing ever happened. There could be an issue with that pacing to where it draws me away from it. I think if every single one of these episodes were 30 minutes and we chopped out some of the fluff, I would have enjoyed this a whole lot more. But I will say, as far as shows, as Ashley stated, in the ones that I have seen, there's intent here. That's all I got. Let me get to these super chats.
I'm proud of you, Tyra. I know that took a lot. I'm proud of you, sis. I am. You did that. You did that, girl.
The way my chest is hot. Thank you so much, DeMarcus Bond, for the super chat. Saying characters handing over a cup of coffee, saying for you. Okay. Thank you so much, DeMarcus, once again here with an additional super chat. When Mallory told Gillian that she smelled like Jim Crow.
That was funny.
No, there's a lot of, this is so bad it's good territory for me. If we would have got that pacing together, how ridiculous this is, the way that we can't get through one dialogue in any scene without 2 curse words every single other word. Like, it's hilarious. It's really hilarious. And I at least take it for that. If you want to just get all the way twisted, take a shot every time somebody says a cuss word. I swear you won't make it past the first episode.
You'll be in the hospital.
You'll be dead. Super chat. Thank you so much, Swank Fan 100. Nah, I can already see this is not for me. I mean, it's not for me either, but I'm just taking it as so bad it's good, and you just enjoy it for what it is. This is never gonna be anything for me, but I was entertained to a point of laughing, because I mean that's I think that's all you really gonna get here. Let me make sure I get all the super chats from you guys. One more time, thank you so much, DeMarcus. Richard Lawson, Norman, played in the Black Hamptons as the same character. Also, Olivia hooked up with the brothers Horace and Norman was wild. Yeah, I'm hoping that when we get the second half, maybe those are things that we can expound on. But y'all, we gonna get in and go through these characters and get everybody's opinion on them. Let's start here with Miss Kimmie. Kimmie, because I'm sorry, Daddy. I'm going to do better next time. It's a whole lot of Daddy. I'm sorry. Very, very apologetic. Now, we're a stripper. We're getting into sex work, entrapment by Officer Jules. We're abandoned at 18, low-key 17, but you turning 18 in a week. I need you to get out of the car because my man looking at you. Ma'am. We can't get in the Tyler Perry universe without having a trash mother. That's going to be a given. we have an enemy with the body, because her name just Body, and we bug with the millionaire. Ashley, I'm going to come to you first. What did you think about Kimmie? Because I'm going to share my opinion last, but I want Kimmie to get some hands, okay? I want to get some hands. If you're going to be our diamond in this Players Club, I need you to get some hands, catch your elbow. I need her to get with it, but I'm going to wait. Ashley.
Yeah, I need my baby to think. I need her to use her noggin. Kimmie, like I said, we're introduced to Kimmie originally at this convention. She wants to win this scholarship, and we don't really know why. We know they hoes. Rain says it, baby, but we hoes. I'm gonna go get this bread. So, but good luck to you. And so immediately we're like, okay, Kimmie has aspirations for more. We know that she's working at the Shake Junt, but what else is there? As the story progresses, we find out that she was thrown away by her mama because the mama's husband wanted to touch on her. Like we get it, right? And so this is the premise of any great protagonist, right? Because we can feel for her, we can empathize with her. But baby, when Kimmie opened her mouth, I said, Kimmie, baby, you ain't got no sense, and you know she don't have no judgment skills, because why is Rain your best friend? Rain put you out, baby. Rain the reason why you in this predicament, and you willing to risk it all about Rain? Like, I don't understand. I just don't get it. I get she's in a terrible situation. She feels trapped, but every move she made was dumb. Even with Horace, you got this old man that you can blackmail, that you can do whatever you want to. You know all his tea, you know all his business. He tipping you out on the side, and you just automatically make all these wild assumptions. Oh, he knows Jules, so he must be Jules' boss, and he must know about this. Girl, I don't know where that specifically came from, and the fact that you never even just said, oh, you approached it multiple times. Oh, well, you know, I work for you. What do you mean? Oh, nothing. Well, okay, what's wrong with you, Kimmie? Are you okay? You should know, but never mind. Kimmie, I wanted to shake Kimmie myself. I didn't want to see her stomped out by the bootleg Ronnie body version of it, but I just wanted Kimmie to think, girl, think. If you in these streets and you know she's still young, you had to learn how to survive some kind of way, ain't you, sis? Like she had no street smarts, no just nothing, just dumb as a box of rocks. And I hate that for her character, because I really wanted to like her.
I mean, I don't, because, you know, Tyler clearly watched P-Valley and he watched Players Club just like the rest of us. And he was stuck between Kimmie being a little bit of Autumn Night, a little bit of Ebony. I just came to dance for y'all. That's all. With a hint of Diamond. You know, it was somewhere caught out there. I saw the attempt in what we wanted to do. I found myself wanting to spend time with everybody else except for Kimmie. And that's never good. That's never good. You know, Kimmie is supposed to be our main attraction and who we are getting our POV through. We're supposed to instantly relate to her. There were bones here to really connect to her and, you know, being put out the whole mom, you know, the trash situation, her out here trying to make it on her own, us, you know, in the airport of all places, like, maybe everybody's just slow. We just gonna run the drugs through the airport because, you know, it's easy. It's easy to do that. And, you know, us just kind of being out here all alone, and while we are sticking to the likes of Rain because she all I got right now. We got Jules, we got, you know, the husband, her just being, we're hoping and we're supposed to be rocking with Kimmie for when she bosses up and comes from up underneath this and outsmart this whole situation. Because there is room here for her to maneuver this entire thing to fit in her favor. She knows people. She knows, you know, she's pivoted information. Baby, you rubbing elbows and have secret on the whole, the HBIC for real. But we are not opting or seeing the bigger picture in how this can service us. And I'm assuming that we will get that in the second half. EJ, how did you feel about Kimmie?
Listen, excuse me. At first, I was kind of rocking with Kimmie. I feel like I'm far away. Okay. At first, I was kind of rocking with Kimmie, and I was like, oh, okay. I can't wait to see her win, right? Like, I'm just rooting for her to win in the end when it's all said and done. But as we kind of got along, and when she kept coming at Horace, when she kept giving this attitude, I'm like, girl, just tell him. Like, why are we sitting here not telling him? Like, the way I would listen, we can't go no further than where we are. We can't go no lower than where we are right now, because if truth be told, a person like me, I'm going to jail. Let's just go ahead and get that out there right now. And we know I don't like jail, but I'm going to jail in her situation. I'm like, bump you, Otis, bump you, Body. I'm going to jail right now because I'm gonna get 3 meals a day, right? Okay, I'm gonna have a 6x9 cell, maybe less than that, but I'm gonna have a little bit more benefits than what I got right now. That's all I'm saying. That's how Kimmie had me feeling when it was all said and done. I said, Kimmie, damn it, I'm done. She was getting on my nerves. But yeah, that's how I felt.
Yeah, I think we all wanted Kimmie. I think TP is saving that for the second half. He has to be. There's nowhere to go with Kimmie but up at this point. So that's what it is. But I want Kimmie to get a little bit more bass in that voice and stop saying, I'm sorry. I'm gonna do better next time, Daddy. Oh, I ain't trying to take your spot. I swear I ain't even do nothing. Like Kimmie get more chances than a hole on the street. Like literally, I ain't never seen a worker, because that's what I'm gonna call her. She get a whole lot of chances because any other big daddy would have took Kimmie out. Kimmie would have been stretched out in the street. But we gonna wait and hopefully that connection that she has with Horace comes back around full circle, because we did not utilize it as much as we possibly could in the multiple scenarios that we had. But moving on, we gonna let Kimmie go. Let's spend a little moment on Rain now, because I was watching this with my significant other. He was like, "Baby, is this still a narrative? Is it still a thing? Is this still happening?" Because Dr. Miami be out there. I was like, "Honey, we cannot put it past any women, especially in this culture, the BBLs, the shots." People are still, going in backwoods basements to maybe feel like get what they feel like they're missing, the assets. Double down on the ass. This ass though, Kimmie's bestie, airport shenanigans, botched and bedridden. Now, right here, this is where I really wants to and the writing was fine. Like Tyler's story, it was there, but the way that we have to give omen and clue after clue as to what's going to happen to Rain with this bot situation. Girl, you sure you want to do that? Girl, I heard people be dying. Now, girl, I got my 15 because we're going to get a whole BBL and some shots for $1,500. I got everything. Like we were just inching up to it in the condition that Rain was going to be left in. But not only that, we have her here as Kimmie's bestie, and she's the one who finds Kimmie on the street once she's put out and takes her under her wing for all of what looked like 5 minutes, and then we're instantly arrested. We're arrested, and of course we have, it was the 3rd of September, ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. Hold these girls to task and entrap them. EJ, how did you feel about Rain?
Oh Lord, poor Rain. Just somebody need to help Rain. I kept looking at Rain like, girl, I know you know better. I just know that you're not this stupid, because why? As soon as they walked in and you looking over there, I don't care. I know you was drinking, but you couldn't have been that lit that you couldn't tell that was foam in there, that was hardware stuff, as they call it. Like something about that wasn't right. Something about the dude that came in behind the other situation wasn't right. Like that was just doing way too much. I was like, I looked at them and instantly knew. Nope. I would have been like, nope, I'll tap out. Like, I just don't understand it. Like, what do you think you're gonna get for $1,500? And then you were short. Like, you didn't even have the whole $1,500. So I don't really know what she expected. Like, it was so irritating to me, because I know that, and not even just being funny right now, but I know that we still live in this era where people still tend to think that this is an okay thing, no matter how many television shows, no matter how many celebrities come out and say this was a bad decision for me, this is what happened to me. Like, people still want this because for whatever reason it's where we are in this culture. So I wasn't shocked that it was someone who actually move forward with it, because I feel like that was real. I feel like that's like someone in her situation, maybe that's a real thing. You work for the strip club, you trying to make the money like Body is and all that type of stuff. I'm gonna keep saying her name like that, y'all. I'm sorry. Body. But so I got that part of it, but the other part of me, like the motherly part of me, just wanted to shake her and say, girl, like, just be smart about this. Like, look at all the context clues. They taught us this at school. They say, look around, look and see what go together, what don't go, like, and then make a good decision, right? And I just felt like she didn't look at everything around her to make a good decision. That's it.
Shout out to the 100 people here. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. We absolutely love to see you. I didn't mind this. It was a bit long-winded because we knew where this was going, but I did like it here and Tyler showing her condition and he did a couple special effects. Y'all saw the ass, right? Y'all saw the condition of man. But just as a warning for any women, because I know we all looked at her, especially when she had a little G-string, all like, girl, you don't need anything. You're fine. But she sees body, as EJ said, and she wants what she can't have. If that's what it's gonna take for me to get some more cash out there on the stage, I'm willing to do it, get me quicker, out of this debt. But yeah, the circumstances were to us would be like, girl, be serious. Are you crazy? Like, why? This looks unsafe. Baby, he back there wiping his prints off the door with his shirt. We were never here. We were never here. But I couldn't just watch this and go, oh, this is completely unbelievable, because we know that a lot of women do opt to go this route. Ashley?
Yeah, I was annoyed by Rain. I didn't care for Rain. I said, is everybody gonna be dumb? Everybody working in the shake just dumb as a box of rocks. Y'all ain't learned nothing. Y'all have learned, even Body's a dummy. Like, none of you guys have learned anything. And I get it. Let's shine a light on the culture, but I'm not doing anything. Like, y'all are never gonna pay this debt off. When that lady went through her book and was like, it's $387,000, baby, there is no amount of shaking on the pole that's gonna get you free. Definitely not worth your life getting pumped up with Fix-A-Flat. Listen, and then the fact that, oh, this is who I'm fighting for. Kimmie, fight for your damn self. Rain can take care of herself. She'll be all right. Maybe or not, but you don't need another burden. You need to learn to woman up for yourself. I mean, I get it. I get those are the bonds of friendship, but I would have been pissed at Rain. I would have still been pissed at Rain. You got me in indentured servitude as a damn hooker. Yeah, I'm not getting over it. I'm never getting over it. And now I'm living in squalor in the Motel 6. Like, this is never going to be a thing. Never. But yeah, get well soon, Rain.
I mean, Ashley, she did ask her if she did say, are you sure?
To do this.
Remember that? Are you sure?
Girl, that lady.
Hey, all this ass shaking for me to be in the pay bi-weekly. I at least want to be somewhere nice. Like, we gotta come up in here. We two around. Girl, that's the Roach Motel. Like, they weren't laying it low and spreading it wide enough. If I'm gonna be laying it low as a worker and a stripper, I'm laying it low and spreading it wide so I can get myself in some better conditions and also pay off this lifetime of debt. They're gonna be geriatric on the pole trying to pay off $400K.
Girl, I would have been in the back there where the other folks was, and I'll be like, apparently this where they making the money, and let me go ahead and do what I gotta do.
Back with all the sex.
Listen, they getting paid under the table back there at least.
We didn't even mention that with the thoughts and the pros and cons. I feel like Tyler said, oh, this is I don't watch enough of the things that are on BET. I did try to watch Sisters and a little bit of Ruthless, and Ruthless, content to take it up a notch as well. But it felt like here Tyler said, oh, y'all want nudity? Oh, y'all want some cuss words? Oh, okay. Y'all want that profanity? Y'all want me to get graphic? Use that R rating? Let's go. Maybe the scene in the parking lot pimping where everybody was just assholes and elbows on top of cars. I was like, Tyler, like all of the. And first of all, please let me know in the chat if y'all have ever been to or seen a co-ed strip club. I have never seen that. This was the smallest co-ed strip joint I had ever seen. I just want to put that out there. But we have Body here. Now, my baby had to tell me that, mommy, this is, I guess she's from Baddies or something like that, because I didn't know who this was. She's like, oh, it's such and such from Baddies. I was like, okay. So that would explain the acting range. But for what Body was supposed to represent, I wasn't mad at her acting. She came and did clearly what Tyler wanted her to do. Can you give Ronnie from Players Club? We need you to give your best Ronnie. We need you to give your best diabolical, I run this, what's good, new booty up in this place. Now, we Jules bottom B. We're Kimmie's op. I am in charge. I want to do something. She's in charge. We botching bodies. We're scheming and we're violent. Ashley, what did you think about Body Yada Yada?
Yeah, Body, you could never be Ronnie. Like, let's be very clear about that. But did she deliver in making me hate her character? Absolutely. If that was the plan, the plot plan and scheme of Tyler Perry in this moment, he succeeded in that, because I hated every time she darkened the screen because she was a dummy. I ain't never seen a bottom B be so dumb. Girl, you really thought he was gonna make Kimmie his new bottom B. Come on.
Just a slow.
Come on, Body.
She didn't believe
Body
it.
delayed. Body was on the little bus when she was in school. She's very delayed. And the idea, and here's the thing, and here's the issue that I have with Tyler Perry in most of his projects. No one is one-dimensional. And the idea that you have these people in this club and none of them have a care, concern, remorse. They only have one emotion: anger, greed, like evil. That's right. And I'm like, that's not how people work. And it's just, like I said, it's a caricature, right, of what you would anticipate in this type of space. But just the lack of empathy for anybody, you don't give a damn. And it's not just her, it's Big Mama too. Like, they don't give a damn about anybody. And I really hate that. But did she accomplish the purpose of being annoying? Yeah, she did that. But you would never be Ronnie Buki.
She didn't give me she didn't, like, I wasn't mad at her. I needed more. If we're gonna go there, I need you to take it there. Like, make me hate her. I didn't, care for her, but I didn't hate her in the way that I would want to for her character. If Tyler would have given any of them like an ounce of like true dimension, just a little bit, not a whole lot, just a little dimension, I would have stuck with her. But she was cool for what she was supposed to be. EJ?
Yeah, I didn't have no issues with Body at all. I mean, honestly, I was like, okay, I mean, she definitely ain't Ronnie. I mean, nobody's ever going to be Ronnie. That's never going to happen again. That's a once in a lifetime situation. But I do feel like she did do what she was supposed to do. I feel like she did accomplish the goal. I feel like when it was all said and done, I didn't like her. I ain't going to necessarily say that I was on the hate bus, but I just didn't like her at all. I was just like, girl, you dumb. She a victim too, to me. Like, I feel like she's just another victim that was able to pay off her debt. So that's the reason why she's here where she's at right now.
She only had 80K.
Yeah, she only had 80K. So she was able to pay off her debt. You know what I mean? And the fact that she kept saying that she did my body, and the fact that we learned later from Jules that she keep making him lose his people because she keep trying to get them to get these. But I'm like, girl, when are we going to stop this? And when are we going to stop using the fact that she did? Because at this point, I don't even believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I stopped believing it. I said, girl, I don't believe it. You're saying it too many times for me to really believe this. So, I mean, that's kind of where I stood with Body. I mean, she was definitely extra for sure. And I also felt like when it was all said and done, like, I agree with you, Ashley. There was no way that Kimmie didn't even want that spot. Like, you just chose somebody to be. You felt like maybe because Jules is, for some reason, he not roughing her up like he roughing you up. I don't know what it is. And maybe he chose her to go to the big whale and he didn't choose you. So you automatically thinking that this somehow makes her like maybe daddy likes her more than you. Ooh, that sounds so extra. Ooh, I can't even say that. Maybe he likes her a little bit more. I'm going to say that. Maybe he likes her a little bit more. Like, it felt like jealousy to me. You know what I'm saying? It didn't feel like you really believe that she could take your spot. She don't even want to be here. Did you see how lazy she was on the poll? Stop playing.
Laziest. It was the laziest stripper I ever seen.
Okay. She don't want to be there. So stop playing, Body. You don't believe that.
Girl, I said, who paid for that dance? Who the hell paying Kimmie to dance? Girl, that was the laziest. All right, I'm here to dance for you.
Said she was a bad hoe, Tyra. She a bad scripper, a bad hoe. She just bad.
Girl, she's a bad hoe. That's what I was saying. Like, if we gonna take it there, Tyler, let's take it there. The way that we should have been taxing Kimmie's ass, because you're a bad stripper. You ain't bringing in no money. You ain't doing the proper sex work. She was supposed to be in the street. Okay,
not on the blade. She was supposed to be outside.
She was supposed to be there. By the time we got to episode 3, Kimmie was supposed to catch about 6 backhands and be on the blade, but she had time to roll around, run amok, disobey orders, and then we get in the club and we hit one of these.
And hard-headed.
What is you doing? Girl, can we please shake some ass? But I just said maybe Tyler instructed her to dance like that just to prove that she didn't really want to be there and she wasn't about this life anyway.
Okay, that's what I thought too. I thought that's what we were giving. I thought we were giving that's not what we really want her to do. We don't want her to look like she trying to work off this debt because she would.
Oh, child. All right, child. Oh, Mallory. Wait, aren't you just married into the family, girl? Now, appearance is everything. HBIC Incorporated. She got a dusty marriage. She is a disrespectful, diabolical heifer. She getting frisky with the driver on the down low, and she has immense insecurities. Because where is my husband? Even though I don't give a damn about him and he's useless. Now, look at here. Mallory was comedy. Mallory was pure comedy. You can say what you want about Body. You can say what you want about Kimmie. Mallory was the most one-dimensional here. Mallory had one emotion. Mad. I'm angry. That's it. There's no in between. There's no. She was just angry. When we weren't putting on airs, because we have to be something in front of people, and I'm just the lowly business owner, and I love the people, and we're trying to save beauty and black because it's going downhill. Y'all giving folks cancer out here. I really wish that was one of the things that Tyler expended on also, because that was something that could have gave the story a little bit more gravitas. This family, they ain't right, and we out here killing folks. Let's get into it, because even with what hair product is out there now, and they're saying that it's making people lose their hair, and we were using it a lot.
Is it
yes.
Miel?
Yes, Miel.
Allegedly.
But it's something that's always kind of a part of the conversation with beauty companies. So I thought that was a wasted opportunity. But baby, the way that Mallory was cussing folks out, like, girl, why? Now her reading that assistant, that I loved all of that, because it was who the hell her and them slaves, because they were slaves. I was like, because I didn't know right away that the driver and the assistant, I guess, were placed there once again, and they're under Jules as well. Because I was like, who is allowing Miss Thing to talk to them like that? But I really wanted to see her in action. I wanted to see what she brought to the company that would make her so valuable that we would take her word, her everything over anybody else here, and for her to be in charge and feel like she's running things, even though she is strictly married into this family. And like, you ain't got no power or no deed. Like, how? But they didn't do that. I really wanted to know why Otis was in her pocket. I was waiting for a moment for him to be like, I want you. I got to have you. That's what I was waiting on, because what other reason would you be just riding for her as heavy as you do, and she's not your family? But yeah, the husband was dusty. Their marriage was dusty. It was diabolical. But baby, she wanted to know where that man was. Okay, where is he? I need to know where Roy is. She would wake up in the scene. Where's Roy? I was like, what? Tyler, give her something else to say. Give her something else to say. And then of course we insecure. We're not getting enough attention, and we start freaking with the driver. It was doing what it needed to do with her. She made me laugh here more than anybody else. EJ.
Girl, Mallory was super funny. Listen, I was absolutely here for Mallory. When you talk about somebody that they made you hate, Mallory made you hate her. She didn't have to call that baby nappy-headed. I mean, come on, that was not called for. I'm just saying, like, we didn't even have to go there. It's the switch up for me. The way we were up on this, I didn't know the switch up was coming. I really didn't. When we got out to the thing, I was like, okay. I said, not this. Whoa, wait a minute. It was a lot going on when we got out there. I said, this is a whole different person, and I like it. But there were a few things that I didn't necessarily find that was very appealing about Mallory, in the sense of being just this villain. I felt like we made her a little bit too weak, because why are we running after Roy? Because at this point, I would have been had a side piece a long time ago. We know Roy effing around. Like, we don't even like Roy like that, but yet we keep acting like we like Roy because we keep asking where he at. Girl, no. I mean, you got enough money to have him followed. If you really just want to have him followed, he dumb as a rock. You saw how he had the AI on his phone. Like, you could have had his phone tapped if you really want to know where Roy is all the time. Why we keep asking where Roy is? Just forget about where Roy is and just do you. You know what I'm saying? Like, make Roy wonder where you at. So it makes me wonder what type of agreements they have in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if there's prenups. Like, I just started asking myself other questions, because why do we care so much? I would have left Roy so long ago and took this money and been done with it. But she ain't on that time. And I know she cares about appearances. I get all of that. But at the same time, I just felt like it just made her, it didn't, you're supposed to be the villain at this point. To me, she was really very villainous, but she has that weakness for Roy, and I didn't like it. I was like, come on now. And then at times she tried to act like she didn't, like she grabbed his face. You don't want to do it. And I'm like, but girl, I don't know. She just had me all mixed up and confused. I didn't know really where, like, do we like him or not?
She was too busy being a Disney villain. He was teetering the fence on what he wanted Mallory to be. I really wanted him to go into that duality of when it's us in here, Mallory's like Jim Crow South. Half of you smell like mothballs and ish. You're not riding with me. Why I gotta give you an explanation? I wanted that, and I wanted that cutoff of, like, hi, yes, I'm Mallory. I wanted more of that because at certain times I was like, girl, aren't you supposed to be putting on airs? You showed the veil is up. I need you to relax on the bitchiness. But Ashley, what did you think about Mallory?
Yeah, Mallory was Mallory, but I understand it, right? So we learned early on in the season that the will has a clause in it as far as how it's going to be distributed, and the marriages have to stay whole, right? So the marriages have to stay marriages. I think her biggest issue with Roy is you're not going to embarrass me. I'm not going to be on nobody's blog, okay? Because you can't keep it in the pants. She don't like that man. She can't stand Roy. She thinks he's an idiot. She calls him dumb every chance she gets. She knows he is delayed. Okay. Mallory, though, I did see some of that switch, but only when it came to Papa Lawson, only when she was talking to him. That's the only time we saw any depth with her. I think it was just an extreme, but Tyler Perry loves a stereotype and he's going to lean into it every single time. When I saw again that she looked like Erica Mena, I was like, what in the world? I knew we were going to be in for trouble with her, but I too was waiting for the love affair between she and Jax. I didn't get her getting with the driver because also I didn't really get his character. I don't get him playing it cool, being disrespected, put out in the rain, and then you want to bang her back out, and now you flip the switch like you're a dom or something. That threw me for a complete loop. And the way she's talking her ish, but like, okay, daddy, like, I'll do whatever you say. I don't know. Mallory just had no depth like any of the other characters, but she was hilarious. The blue magic and mothballs sent me. Said that's why I dress her like that. Listen, so
I don't need nobody looking at her.
Listen, and they're still looking at her, but she did not have to call that the one lady who won that $1 million a crackhead. She said, I know she got the pipe at home. I know what the pipe looked like. Mallory. I want to know more about her. I want to know how she got this jaded and bitter. That's what I hope we get in part 2.
Well, you got to listen. Wait, y'all got to listen because this is what Tyler does. When I wasn't skipping, I heard some stuff. Now, when she has her sit down, Mallory does say that, she came from an abusive / adoptive type of home. Like, I wasn't propped up. I wasn't told I was beautiful. I couldn't have this, that, and the third. So now that she got her little piece of pie, she's savage about it. I want to get more into her background, her means. I want some depth, and I know that we're not going to get that, but it is absolutely funny. But
real quick though, how did old girl get to become her auntie? They don't say that anytime at the beginning. By episode 3 or 4, it's like, oh, your aunt, Papa Lawson's wife was her auntie, and I'm like, well, y'all just gonna glaze over that, like.
Child, we gonna get into the auntie because how we know that was her. First of all, this is a private road, ain't it? Thank you so much, DeMarcus Vaughn, for the $5. I needed Body to act more like roulette than Ronnie. You want too much. DeMarcus, you absolutely wanted too much for all of that. Like, baby, it wasn't gonna give that. It would have been bomb, but this is, we're going to get those one-dimensional characters, and you find what you can find in them. Just like I felt like the likes of Mallory, I would never think she would sleep with this driver. I would think she would think he was beneath her. But here we are. Here we are. And we, had to get some freak nasty in there any way that we could. Now, getting into this here, because we got to spin, even though Roy's here, okay? I got ideas too. Absolutely useless. So many of the men here were just useless. We're a cheater, spoiled, ungrateful, cheater again, because I put it there twice, because boy, like, what, like, why? I think with him and maybe the brother, they were kind of trying to give sex addict as well, but but we're a double cheater. We're an abuser. We're a druggie with performance anxiety, and we're emasculated. Now, what I wanted from him was at least let me know how Mallory even at this point I was convinced that Mallory just saw an opportunity. She saw an egg that could get cooked, and I'm gonna get my way into this family, even if I got to deal with this useless ass man. Because the way that Roy is stupid, he's stupid, like absolutely, like ridiculously stupid. Like the whole scene with the AI and call my wife, and how could she do that? And so what you saying is you think I can't do nothing like everybody else. We're stupid. We're intoxicated. We're drunk. And then we have him in a way that he judges Mallory or a lot of his family, like, oh my God, all of you are just sick. You're just so, oh my, nah. And then you have the double scenes where he is talking to Kimmie like she is just absolutely trash. Disgusting, disgusting man. But I don't know where we could go with Roy. He's just stupid. EJ?
Yeah, Roy is definitely on that level of he dumb. Okay, let's just leave it at that. He's dumb. But there were a couple of things with him. There was the fact that there would be times when sometimes I looked at him and I was like, okay, so when Kimmie would come around, it's almost like, you know how you have that person in the family who they treat you like crap. You are the low at the totem pole. He needed somebody to be lower than him. And I was like, dude, like nobody thinks you're smart. Like they don't even like you. Your wife don't even like you. But then you get Kimmie here, because you think, okay, I'm in control of this. Like he's looking for this control. And so he's taking everything out on her. And it's funny because I feel like this is the only person that Roy might be, the only person that he might be sleeping with is Kimmie. Like I don't actually see him like, doing it with like a bunch of people. I feel like he picks a person and then that's the person that he kind of stick with because it's like some kind of weird, I don't know, fetish. I don't know what it's called or whatnot. I can't go into that type of mind frame, but it's some kind of weird thing with him, right? So I think that's what he's doing. But as far as I think Ash, you asked earlier something about the aunt. I just wanted to double back on that real quick. I think they were talking about aunt by marriage because Roy and Horace, or not Roy, Horace and the Papa Lawson.
Norman.
Yeah, Norman, they're brothers, and that's his wife. So that would make the aunt. So I think that's where they were coming from with the aunt. Just to double back on that, but
okay, we'll see. It sounded like they meant auntie, like that was her aunt, but okay.
I think they were talking about marriage, but yeah. And then I think Mallory just saw an opportunity. I think when she got brought into that family, when we heard the story about how Norman, whoever, I don't know if it was Norman or the other brother, whichever one of them brothers, because Lord have mercy, one of them brothers saw her and thought, hey, she has that it factor, right? And I think that's kind of where after she saw what she could get there, I think she just started making a plan. And he was the easiest mark. She couldn't go for Charles. We all know why. So he was the mark.
Most definitely. I will say with Roy, because Tyler didn't take it there, and I doubt he is. But there is this discontent. You can see that Mama Debbie can't stand Roy. She cannot stand Roy, so I'm sure that's a part of his dysfunction also, and just him being considered the village idiot within the company. Ashley.
I mean, is it cheating if you can't get it up? Because did he ever get it up? I don't think that man ever could perform. So I don't even. Roy is useless. His whole purpose in this show is to be a liability. He's going to end up being the ship that gets sank, right? He's going to be the reason the company goes down the drain. Because this is what I was thinking, right? Because immediately I felt Savage Beauty Riches vibes. Like I said, okay. Kimmie's gonna be smart. She's gonna infiltrate the company, and she's gonna take it down from the inside.
That's not what this is.
Nothing of the sort. This is nothing of the sort. But yeah, he's useless. Oh, girl, the attorney with the class action lawsuit. She's gonna stroke his ego. She might stroke something else, and he's gonna spill the beans. He is a liability at this point. I hope Mallory unalives him. I hope Tyler goes full on. If Uncle Papa Lawson don't do it, I hope she does it. I hope in some way he gets removed because he's terrible for no reason. And again, Tyler, no dimension. There's nothing good about him. Nothing. He has no redeemable
They
qualities
tried with,
whatsoever.
him, like him, the narrative. I have ideas too. I'm smart. Don't try to wife. It's not all my wife. But I'm like, we can't have that and have him treating Kimmie in the way that he does, even if he is in search. It's one thing, to have some control. Like, even if it was just in a sexual nature, like he's very volatile and abusive towards Kimmie. Like, disgusting man. Ugh. Thank you so much, DeMarcus, for the $2. We can't forget that Barney turned down Mallory. Yeah, we child. Look here. Mallory thought, like, do you want to F me? Because, like, what's good? I need to know the secrets and the trades. I'm trying to save this company before it gets taken down. And he was like, well, no, I gotta go. So I was like, and then, I was waiting because I didn't know, that's an OG. Barney is an OG Tyler Perry production player, so he could go either way. I did. As far as characters, he could go either way. So when he said no, I thought maybe he was gonna. I was like, oh, I did not expect for him to be over there with Charles. Your lunch is ready. Thank you so much, DeMarcus, for the $2. Once again, you guys, if you want to get more into the show, into the chat, shout out to the 125 people here. Be sure to leave your comments, run it up, send a super chat. Let us know your thoughts on the show, on the characters. Engage with us as we, talk about it. And we will definitely be right back. Let me thank y'all for showing us some love and for it currently being almost 130 people in here. Here's a second to, go on and hit that like button one time. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm a dog, but I still wanna party. Pink felt like I'm ready to bend. I'm a 10, so I pull in a 10. Like Daddy, Stacy, all of the Barbies is pretty. Damn, all of the bodies is bad. It girls, and we ain't playing tag. Red, but he spank me when I get bad. I'm in LA, Rodeo Drive. I'm in New York, Madison Ave. I'm a Barbie girl. Pink Barbie dream house. The way Ken be killing. Got me yelling out like the Scream House. Yelling out, we ain't selling out. We got money, but we ain't lending out. We got bars, but we ain't billing out. In that pink Ferrari, we pillin' out. I told Tay, bring the Bob Dylan out. So cold, we just chillin' out. Baby yelling out. It's God, you still in doubt. And I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm a dog, but I still wanna party. Pink felt like I'm ready to bend. I'm a 10, so I pull in a 10. Like Gabby, Stacy, Yuki. All of the Barbies is pretty. Damn, all of the Barbies is bad. It girl.
Now, if anybody has not hit that like button yet, please do that for us. Please. We love that. It helps get the people in here. It gets the people going when y'all hit the like button. Now, getting on over here into our next character, because we gonna let Roy West. Baby just needed everybody needed some damn dimension, but he's useless, and we got the gist of that. Now, I want to know, getting into the aunt, because that just was unforgivable to me. I just didn't have time for that in Tyler and the aunt. How we didn't know that was her? How did we not recognize? They make it very clear this is private property. All of us live in this same little, gated community. Nobody goes down this road except for family, and if they happen to have a guest. But it's not like she was, black. This is the one white person back here, in this area. We run her over, and we have no clue that it's her. We run her over. We run her over twice. When the body was contorting, the way I laughed, we ran her over twice. We have the other family member down here, Jules. He, picks her up, checks in, gets at the top. But nobody at any point said, you know what? We ran over our auntie. Why, Ashley?
Because Roy picked the body up, put it in the trunk, and still didn't know. Like, you don't know who this is because it's dark, and then leave her in the trunk with no intention on getting to it that night. I don't think, because he goes in there to argue with Mallory. Same. Mallory got out of her car.
Don't know who that is.
Got back. Sorry to this woman. Not even sorry to this woman, but let me just go on home. Listen. This is just unhinged and silly. Tyler Perry knows exactly what he's doing. He does this on purpose. He does this on purpose. He was trying to show us the callous nature of these rich folks. They don't, care about human life. They don't care about anything else but themselves. All she could think about is this woman calling her husband daddy on the phone. That's all she could think about. But yeah, it's ridiculous. This is a private road. Nobody has access, but whoever lives on this compound, there's 4 houses. Like, come on, guys. And this is the clear woman. This is the only clear woman in this space. I said, well, maybe, maybe they had gardeners and, maid, Molly the maid, maybe. But no, this lady was running. The help ain't running in the middle of the night down the road. Only a certain type of person does this alone in the woods in the middle of the night, goes on a run, and we know who they are. They knew who they knew. They just didn't care.
The way I just wanted her to be a mistress or, just somebody that was unfamiliar to the family to make this make sense. Like, why would you do this, Tyler? This pissed me off. EJ, why didn't they know, EJ? Explain, please.
I respectfully pass, Tyra.
EJ, I swear. It be the smallest things that it's just like, we didn't even have to do that. We didn't. This could have been his mistress or just he's the divorcee and this is just, one of the women that he's close to and they just happen to not know. We can't make her a legit wife married to your uncle for however long and we don't know who the hell she is. And we run her over twice and she's the only white bee on the property. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. Man, I need to move my wife. Baby, the way y'all had Richard Lawson yelling. This is what I'm not going to do with Tyler. This is what I'm not going to do because you're not going to take Richard. You're not going to take Debbie. You're not going to take Mr. Charles. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. You're not going to take the actor here by the name of Charles. I can't think of his name right now, but he did wonderful. Like, I've seen actors that are here. Great actors. Great. And then we get here in these Tyler Perry productions under his instruction. And if we start subtracting from Richard, I have a problem because these are vets. Anyway, Richard Norman, Uncle Norman, is part owner. He's the wild card, and y'all do with that as you will. Because what? We had an affair with the brother's ex-wife. There's a sibling rivalry. Literally hates everyone, especially Charles. Emphasis on Charles because you're gay. And he has this vengeance that he is going to rain down on the family if and when the wife dies. And we knew she was going to die. EJ, what did you think about Norman?
Oh God, Norman was irking my nerves, but I knew that there was something up with Norman. I thought I was muted again. I knew that there was something up with Norman, but he was irking my nerves, and it wasn't no need for all that yelling and the way we was just MFing and all these extra things. I was just like, bruh, stop. Like, we don't even need to do all of this. Like, she gone. Like, it is what it is. Let's just start the grieving process and let it go. I mean, you didn't like her that much. You was sleeping with girl with your brother's wife. Like, I mean, it was a lot of things that I just was like, come on now. And I knew something was shady with him. So I just wasn't feeling nothing for him at that time. But at the same time, I was like, do anybody in this family like each other? Like, do any of y'all like each other at this point? Because it feels like nobody likes each other. I'm looking at Horace. I'm looking at Norman. I'm looking at the way he came in there disrespecting. Listen, don't be disrespecting Charles like that. Like, Charles didn't have nothing to do. Like, why you come in there and go straight for him?
Because you're gay. You did it because you're gay. I was like, really? Tyler? That's the narrative because you the gay one and you hit her. I was like, okay. I'm sorry, EJ.
Doing too much. I mean, girl, now you serious though? Like, that was just too much energy for me. I was like, dang, do we even have to come in here like this? And the fact that Mallory has you so jaded just irritates me so much because I'm like, you know that it was only a certain amount of people. As you stated earlier, only family comes down this road. Why are we automatically counting Mallory out of this? Do we only think that Charles and Roy are the only two people that could have done this. I'm sorry, but Mallory has been in this family for a long time. Yes, she's somebody else out there, but I guarantee you this broad is not somebody else inside. Y'all done seen her flip every now and again. Stop playing now. I know y'all done seen her flip. She don't even like your wife. She don't even know who your wife is. Clearly, she couldn't even tell who she was.
Child, when it was like, you know what? I think she's gonna pull through. Oh hell, that bitch needs to die tonight. Ashley, what did you think about Uncle Norman?
Unhinged, insane, bizarre. Because really, Papa Lawson, Tyler got you doing this. You took this check. You took this check, Unc. Like I when he listen. Not only the boardroom scene, not only the hospital scene. When he talks to Mallory, he says, Mallory, I know you could never. I know this wasn't you. It was one of them damn nephews of mine. There has got to be some deep-rooted trauma for him and Horace, I think, that goes way, way deep. But yeah, I mean, Norman, you're a villain, sir. And it's like in this moment, we should be feeling compassion for you. You just lost your wife, but you were insane. When she passed in that ambulance, and he in the broad daylight, I said, what in the world is going on? This is the energy we needed in Divorce in the Black, sir. Where was the blicky then? You were quick to fire in that ambulance in the broad daylight. And the idea that they just get off carte blanche. We know about being a Black person in America, and you shoot the ambulance people in the broad daylight in Chicago, in the heart of Chicago, and ain't nobody show up. You just free. You just free. And now you got to get it back in blood. I don't believe the visceral anger just off the rip. And why Charles? Charles is the least likely to have run over. I mean, I don't know, maybe because of all the illicit substances Charles partakes in. But no, Norman is a villain. He is behind all of the trafficking with Jules, and the fact that Miss Debbie Morgan, the mama, knew about it really pissed me off, and she's known about it for years and actually busted it wide open to Unc. Like, girl, like what are we doing? This is such a jacked up, terrible situation. I'm ready for Norman to be taken out too. Go on, Tyler, take him out in part 2.
Who else would be the wild card? Like
Mallory.
The way that Tyler gave no dams. He blew away some EMTs. A nurse, a full-blown doctor with a PhD.
He had to go.
Everybody's dying in broad daylight because I'm that dude. I guess he's gonna have and we needed more of that because we do have the families continuing to make it, whether we are driving over our own aunt that we don't recognize. Later, when we have old Papa Horace and his gunfire and coffin. And then we have the likes of Uncle Norman, and it's just like, long as we call Jules is the part of the cleanup crew, we can just do that. But yeah, in the same breath, it's certain people that you do and you don't kill. Like certain people that are clearly going to have people asking questions, inquiring, looking for folks. When you kill a full-blown doctor or nurse and 2 EMTs in broad daylight, somebody's coming, sir. But that's what Tyler wanted to do, to show us that Uncle Norman, he had to validate Debbie and all that damn yelling he had her doing in the car. He's dangerous. You can't underestimate him. Listen to me. You're not taking it serious. He ain't to play with. Don't piss him off. We had to validate Debbie and all the yelling she was doing in the parking lot and have him pop off and do something like that to let us know that he wasn't to play with. So I'm gonna let him make it, but that was sending me.
No.
Thank you so much, Dane C. Tyler is the greatest director who ever lived. Ladies, baby. If nobody knew, anybody new here, shout out to the 128 people here. Dane is our resident troll. He ain't mean it. Thank you so much, Dane, for the $2. And my baby Bree with the comeback per usual when he acts out. Dane, don't piss me off. Dane, do not piss me off. Not today, not right now. Right, we are hitting the hour mark. For anybody who is just getting here, be sure to engage. Be sure to hit that like button. Let's go and take a peek over here for anybody who cut off the show midway. For anybody who maybe didn't, couldn't endure like I did and watch all episodes. Let's get into this little situation here, Beauty in the Black. in under 3 minutes because I feel like I got everything. Well, let's check it out.
How much longer are we gonna let him do this to us?
Well, we can do what he says or we can go to jail.
And I don't want to hear no excuses. You act like you don't want to work.
Wonder what her life is like.
I just saved money to get my ass done. I can't get docked.
So get your ass on in there and act like you want it.
At some point, you gotta face the fact that we hoes. And that's all we gonna be.
This is Mallory! Mallory!
Move! I'm gonna have to talk to Jules about her. I don't know how you admire her.
I don't.
I don't want to sit here.
Well,
What are you talking about?
I saw you looking at him. How much money she owe Jules?
Yeah, a whole lot.
It's okay. You're gonna be making so much money you can buy me a new dress.
I can't make him happy, Jules. He'd be so agitated.
Yeah.
I do.
Wait, I can take this with the painkillers?
It's gonna be like body 1 and body 2. So you have to go. So you're just gonna leave me here?
Well, what the hell kind of security are you? Got this nasty-ass nappy-headed child spitting up on me. This is couture.
Hi, Rain. I'm Dega.
Call my wife. You know, we never get a lot of time. Oh my God.
Is everything set up?
Heard you went to the hospital.
Not at all.
Honey, what happened? You got to save her.
Gonna take my place?
My brother is covering this up. I'm going to destroy this family.
The woman that was run over was your aunt.
Which one of you did it?
Stop!
You better get your nasty black ass out of here.
You have any idea what you're up against?
He is dangerous.
This entire family is dangerous.
You don't want your son to see you here.
Hey, hold on. I know my brother got to her. I know he did. I gotta move my wife.
Don't call announcing what you're going to do. Do it.
Yes, you do. I'm going out.
Went to the hospital earlier and she died.
He's having her moved, and you've been served.
You told me that you could move her.
This is my
Child, the way that I gotta move my wife, that's gone. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. The way that is going to take me out every single time because why, sir? I gotta move. God damn it, I gotta move my wife. But yeah, just in case anybody was not caught up, that is the gist of the show. Well, let's get into Horace. Because I'm only gay due to old age and cancer. And that's why I'm gay, okay? Don't be thinking I was just out here being gay this whole time, all right? I'm only gay because I'm old and I got cancer and I'm trying to explore. But personally, I ain't never desired a young man in my life. All right, we are the other half owner in Black Beauty. We have lung cancer. We're close to Kimmie. Kind of gay adjacent. Hates his brother, resents his gay son. Now, the gay narrative here, I don't know why we couldn't just go 100% with it and we had to maybe make him, I'm not really gay, but I'm just gay. He just dancing for me. We just eventually we know that you are going to want to sleep with this man, but hey, he's exploring this as his last will and testament. I'm going to do this before I die, but I'm not actually gay. I'm just curious. Whatever. I'm really getting into the beef that he has with old Uncle Norman, because baby, they owe. That's beef that's stood the test of time and that has rolled over. They have history and stock in this company together. And it's just like who started what and this and that. And depending on, who's the ball, who's in it, who the ball's in the court or whatever. I guess Horace is trying to save it. It feels like Horace doesn't want to leave anything to these underlings because he doesn't really like his family either. Because it's not like he's moving in a way to protect his children or, the ex-wives. I don't give a damn what you do to him. But I started this company. He don't care. He's just pretty much in himself and with his own agenda. And maybe he expected his children to be better. Whatever. I'm here for that. him and Kimmie, it did get tedious, as we said, because it was a whole lot of, well, what are you talking about? Never mind. Well, you know what it is. Well, never mind, because you own everything, right? You know what we working. You already know. What are you saying? Never mind. I said, okay. You know what? Never mind, because I don't give a damn anymore. And we're just supposed to sit with his discontent of hating all up on his gay son when he is actually a gay father. We'll see what happens with that.
Has he even ever touched one? Has he touched it? Did he ever touch it? He just looked and then had a coughing fit, yet he got a cigar in his mouth every chance he gets. Sir,
hold on.
It's a bad idea.
Hold on. Wait. I'm going to have to say that before I forget. That was pissing me off. We can't pick and choose when we want this man to be sick. When he want to be sickly and be coughing up a storm, but then in other shots, he walking fast as hell with that cane. He yelling. He got gravitas to yell across tables. But when he conveniently with Kimmie, anytime we with Kimmie, I need my meds. Go get the pills. With that blood I'm coughing up. Oh Lord. But when we in the presence of anybody else, it's giving very do it then. It's very that. So it's like we can't be picking and choosing when we want this man to be on his deathbed. But I'm sorry, Ashley, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Somebody said in the comment section of my upload that I did for episodes 1 and 2 that Tyler was writing himself in this moment. And so maybe there is a moment. Listen, no disrespect to that man. I'm just saying maybe that's like a repressive, like I want to see it, but I just can't touch it. Like I want to hold it, but I just don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to take that extra step. I'm just trying to see what it be like. I'm trying to see what it look like. I'm trying to see what it smell like. I'm trying to get off over in there. You know what I mean? And so I don't know. Horace made you like him a little bit, but then you were like, Horace, you was dumb as Kimmie. You're dumb. You're a trick. You're a big trick. And I'm surprised they didn't get you real good. If you didn't have the AK hidden in the couch cushion or whatever that was, I mean, you'd have been a goner. At this point, I think if Angel would have got that man alone, if Angel would have gotten to that man's house, we already see he took the $1 million watch. He would have got him if he would have put it on his forehead. Horace would have gave Angel anything that he wanted. But yeah, I was disappointed in Horace's. Yes, slap it up there. I was disappointed in Horace's character. I expected way more depth. Like there's nothing worse than being an old fool. And sir, you were setting yourself up for the okie doke. You're Kimmie's daddy, basically. Y'all are both dumb as a box of rocks, and I hated that for this actor and for this character.
I was expecting for the dumb to transition into, you know what, I don't like my kids anyway, but I'm feeling Kimmie. Kimmie has been through some things. She hasn't had any of the means that my trifling kids has had. I just knew Kimmie was going to be transitioning into, y'all thought like I'm on my deathbed, or maybe we were going to end off, I don't know, maybe that's the other half with him dying and them like divvying it up like, okay, where they will at? Who did he leave what to? And we left that mess to Kimmie. And they like, who the hell is this? EJ?
Well, okay, so I did take a little sneak peek at a little bit of the teaser piece, and there is a moment where Mallory says, and I quote, I need to find out who Kimmie is. Okay, so I'm like you, Tyra. This is exactly where I thought we were going. I felt like this is where we needed to go. I felt like, okay, I really don't like my kids, because who does this? Have somebody come up in your boardroom, talk all sorts of noise to you, and then say something about your kid, and then you all of a sudden get on their side when we clearly know you wasn't on their side, but then you all of a sudden get on their side and go off on your kid too. I'm like, at least can you take up for the kid in front of him, even though we know you don't like him? Like, just pretend for like a second, because you're not going to come in here talking about my kid like this. But I'm just going to turn around and be like, yeah. I'm like, dang, that was quick. So we know he don't like these kids. It's clearly evident, and he don't like their mama. It's very, very evident, all of that. But yes, I really thought that's where we were going with the fact that, well, and I feel like it's Kimmie's fault too, to a sense. Like, why would we just didn't tell him like from the jump? Like when we first saw that picture, the first thing I'm walking out is and telling you like, hey, how you know Jules? You got a picture of Jules? Like, what's going on? Like, I don't have nothing to lose. It's different if I had something to lose. I got nothing. I got your secret in my hand. I'm finna use the hell out of this secret right now, if that's the case. But then she would have saw that he didn't know. and then she could have definitely made a come up. You know what I'm saying? Like we could have got somewhere, but she was so busy doing the most. So there was that, and I really do feel like Horace just wanted to put the tip in. I'm just saying.
I guess that would have been too much. Like, right? I really wanted to get there, or even if it was just because it's not even like Kimmie had to scheme or scam this man. He had stock in her just based on her being an honest hoe.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I don't want no money. I don't want no nothing. I just want you to go and help my friend Rain and get her in a better situation. Like, but no, we have to go through the motions of like he's literally asking her, "What's wrong, Kimmie? Are you okay?" My name is Kimberly, and I just came here to dance. That's all. This is the arrangement. You know what's going on.
I'd be like, I'm being trafficked. Jules did it. Save me.
No, she's steady. You never mind. It's like, oh my goodness.
Never mind.
We really gonna never mind all 8 of these episodes. Okay.
All he would have did was ask me that one time. Oh, let me tell you, because listen, I'm telling you everything right then and there. I just feel like she had the opportunity multiple times to tell him what was going on and fill it out. And then if he didn't, if she really thought he was the boss, she had the opportunity to use it. Like I knew she wouldn't, but she had opportunity. She had the upper hand, in other words, is what it all boils down to, because you hold a big old secret. And you got text messages? Like it ain't like you ain't got no proof.
Sure. Now, what we're not gonna do is first of all 132 people, you're gonna be back for this ass, okay? You're gonna be back for this ass. Now, I'm gonna go on and just leave it all on the floor. Clearly, this little gentleman, this gay for pay gentleman in this corner, he was probably the one driving Charles's car. Charles is not dead. I'm not even gonna play with you, TP. The graphics on blowing that car up. Boy, I tell you, the graphics on, I can let him make it. The green screen in the background, we driving the cars that looks absolutely ridiculous. I'm gonna let you make it. The green screen outside of the business windows that look like cardboard cutouts, I'm gonna let you make it. But what we're not gonna do is blow up that car like that. But anyway, you're gonna be back for this ass because I'm gay. I'm super gay. Can't you tell? Family pariah, drugs, fast cars, plenty of D and mama's favorite. Now, this was the most I think this is the actor that pissed me off the most. Not because he was doing a bad job, but because I know what he's capable of. And I know for him to be here in this capacity, acting this way, he was instructed to by Tyler. Because this is a really great actor. What? Who acts like this? What? The fact that Charles is fit, Charles is handsome, but we still out here paying for it. I'm like, why is Charles paying for it? I'm not, or maybe it's just the thought of the chase and wanting a gay for pay person. And I don't know. I don't live that life. And I don't want the man who at home, tall, black, dark, and handsome, who grasping, just grabbing at my ass every 5 minutes that we alone. I want to go out here in the club and pay for it. Okay. But yeah, the thirst of it, the way that he was just acting here, I'm like, this actor is a really great actor. But he is the pariah. So I'm going to put 2 and 2 together for Tyler and suggest that that's why he outside like this. This is why we party and I need to get out there. Not only am I the family pariah, but the person that I might have love for, who might love me, I can't even be out with you in the open. You're still closeted. You're not going to come out, especially, to the likes of my family. You're the lawyer. I don't want to put any of yours at jeopardy, whatever. And he not listening to Debbie because Debbie says, stay in. He's dangerous. Come to my house. You don't know him. Listen to me. Had Debbie. Debbie was like, why you got Debbie yelling like this? But
wig was shaking.
He's he's the youngest in the family, and he's doing just what they're allowing him to do. We enjoying these riches. We don't have any responsibility. We're living young and carefree, and we're paying for it. And we're hated by Uncle Norman because you did it. EJ, what did you think about Charles?
Okay, so first and foremost, shout out to Stephen Norfleet. Love this guy. He always doing a great job in the stuff that he plays in. I think he's channeling exactly what he was supposed to channel. Like whatever it was that was written for him, I think he's doing a great job doing exactly that, because he is definitely spoiled, the young one, doing the most and living on the edge. It's almost like he's doing it on purpose to make his dad even more peed off, to make his mama even more peed off, to make this family even more peed. It's like he wants to say F you so badly, so he just does these ridiculous things because we know that he got the money. Yeah, and he got this dude, you know, and that's what's his name? He was Jamal Boy Toy in Empire too, on the other one too. So yeah, I mean, they was definitely, I don't know. It's just Charles. I honestly like Charles. I ain't gonna lie. I was like
Charles too.
I said,
what was the need for like it just felt like he was instructed to be even more extra. Him hitting it from the back and us getting that ass shot when he from the window. We got the gist, okay? We got it. We understood it. So I didn't feel that there was any need to go overboard with it. But that's just me.
It was the head slap at the thing. She told me to get up out of there. I said, boy, you ain't gonna get up out of there. You see your mama right there. Get up out of there.
I don't care who here. He was about to Dougie.
Okay. But yeah, Charles, but I do feel like we're gonna get a little bit more from Charles. I mean, he really seemed like he don't really care too much, but I feel like once he sees that money is gonna be at stake, that the family's business is gonna be that there's gonna be a risk to this and his lifestyle that he's living, I feel like that's when we're gonna kind of see him come into play. And just spoiler alert, he is in the trailer for the teaser if you haven't seen it. So he
right. We knew. I was like, why wouldn't we? Wasn't that supposed to be a cliffhanger?
Girl,
I can say that in what they do, at least when they try to depict him in the business sense, when he's not, on a conquest, he's smarter than the average Roy. So we'll look forward to what he has to offer to the family.
Absolutely.
Ashley, Charles.
Yeah, Tyler loves his caricatures. Like, he's like, okay, this is a gay man. This is what a gay man would act like. But let me multiply it times 100. But I would venture to say, and I hope that Charles is deeper than all of this. I think that there has to be an effect that it has on you being kind of ripped apart by your family at every gathering, right? Your uncle can't stand you. Your daddy talk about you like a dog.
Yeah.
Your mama love you, but she'll cuss you out in a heartbeat too. It's like, okay, where can he find his space and his solace? And so I do think that the risky behavior, the illicit drug use, all the fast cars, all of that is speaking to a void that he may have. But it was off-putting. I will say this. You got 6ix9ine in the bedroom at home, and you run out to get bent in the bathroom. He said,
with a sock, because there was a sock, that was somebody's sock, somebody's toy in there. We went in the club for this.
He said, that's what I thought you wanted. No, baby, meet me at the house. Like I have all the decorum and etiquette, but yet I'm hitting on you and trying to buy your tail at the bar. Come on, Charles. I wanted more for him. I'm glad you said in the preview that he'll be back, because he is one of the funnest characters that we've met so far. He's not too serious. He doesn't take himself too serious. And at least he got some sense. I just need him to kind of tap in. I want to see more from him other than doing the bending. I would just want to see more.
Well, how did you guys feel about the love scenes gravitating more towards the men in the gay sex versus, because we seen, the women, but we cut away.
Barely.
We got shots. I saw balls. How did you guys feel about that?
It was a lot. It was a whole lot. I mean, honestly, do what you do, but I just feel like we can balance things out. This is my personal opinion. I just feel like we can balance things out. I understand the world that we live in and where we're going and all that type of stuff, and I'm okay with it. I just need to balance things out, and everything doesn't have to be overdone. And that's even when we come to heterosexual stuff too. Like, everything doesn't have to be overdone. It doesn't have to be so much. We are smart enough to get what it's supposed to give. Just do what needs to be done to get the people to where they need to be without doing too much. That's all I ask.
Well, y'all know I love a good sex scene, so I didn't mind. I did not mind. What I will say, I like equal opportunity sex scenes. So if we gonna be balls in it, I want to see some females also. I want to see some. Let's be equal with everybody. Let's not just. I seen a whole lot of Charles booty.
Y'all know how I feel about anything gratuitous. I need it to make sense for the story. But I just want to make this PSA. For all of y'all in this chat who watch Beauty and the Black, all 8 episodes and ate it up, when Interview with a Vampire season 3 comes out, I don't want to hear nobody's mouth. I don't want to hear nobody's mouth about anything. We saw balls click-clacking. Okay? We saw it. If you looked, you could see it click-clacking. I don't want to hear anything about Interview with a Vampire at all. at all. But yeah, it was a lot. And again, like I said, when it didn't even make sense. Like when it didn't even make sense. But you're right. There weren't a whole lot of smack scenes with the women getting busy. And we know. This is probably just what Tyler liked. This is what he wanted to create.
Zooming in on them strippers in the room. There was a upchuck in the how much nudity we got here. I think Tyler was having a good time. Honestly, I do. And hey, do what you got to do.
Living his best life.
But yeah, you're gonna hear something because we'll have people not want to check for Interview with the Vampire because it's male on male, it's gay, but we would not have a problem watching this. And I ain't never seen no balls on Interview with the Vampire. I'm just saying that right now.
I haven't either.
I ain't never seen that. But yeah, get in here because I was like, we gotta mention him because he's here. We can take this old man. I wasn't expecting Angel to get so much camera time. I wasn't expecting him to be like in the main. I didn't feel like he needed that much, and he was offering enough to the story for that. But all right, we're gay for pay. We got a crazy baby mama, and we're a culprit with Kimmie. And all he got to say, I was like, if we're gonna have him be in multiple scenes, Tyler, especially when we didn't need him to be, I need him to say something other than "we can take this old man." I was like, he ain't gonna say anything else. He gonna say that every single scene, Tyler. Okay, I just was checking in to see if you wanted something. Ashley, do you have any expectations for Angel? Do you feel like that there are opportunities for growth with his character because they are making him a main thing? I was waiting for old Papa Horace to kill him. Like, this is the second time you stole from him. First you stole my watch, then from the looks of it, you set this up. I thought Angel was gonna die before the series, the half was over, but he's still here.
I'm over Angel. I don't know what Angel did to get this role to get on the screen. I don't know. I don't know who he knows. But it didn't give for me any of his roles talking about, but I'm straight. Sir, who are you trying to convince? Who are you telling that to? Quit it. And we saw you chatting up Charles the same night, sir. We know what time it is, Angel. Yeah, it was just useless. Again, he the one that got y'all in this predicament as well. And now I'm a partner with him. And yeah, it's a good idea. Let me rob this man who actually has been putting a little bit of money in my pocket. I ain't making nothing. And I'm going to just turn him over to you and your weird friends. And Angel a dummy anyway. Because if you're going to pull a heist, you got to trust the people. Them people didn't like him. They said, get out of here. Like, who are you? You just telling everybody about your business and your plans, Angel. You're going to have to man up and do it yourself. That's the one thing you learn. That's what I hear you learn in the crime scene 101, right? When you're learning to be a criminal, they say have the least amount of people involved as you can. Because you never know how it's going to go. See, and if he didn't have the blicky and blew all of them away, you just would have been out. They would have took your money, took your girl, took everything, Angel. I'm ready for him to go too. Get him out of there. Part 2, episode 1.
Angel was here for this. Wait, do the body roll because you say you got to learn how to do that.
And then that was tired too.
Angel was here for this.
I would have rathered boy who was breaking it down like that. Like, that's the one I want. Them body rolls was tired and dry and slow.
Angel was here for all it is. That's what Angel was in the camera for. Old man, you want it. Give me some money. That's all Angel was here for. EJ, how did you feel about Angel? And do you feel like that there is room for his character to go somewhere since he is so prominent in the cast?
I mean, well, he just another victim of Jules's, situation. I mean, he in debt up to his eyeballs too, but I'm definitely not going to do anything with Angel. Like, there's nothing that I'm going to do with him after he technically is the one that got all of them in the situation that they in. But yeah, I mean, honestly, unless we're doing something else with Angel, we really don't need to keep talking to Angel this much. It's just a lot. Unless Angel is, because I thought maybe that Rain was going to be unalived and then Angel was going to kind of take that place of, like that.
I thought he was going to be muscle. I thought he was going to be useful. Like,
yeah, I never thought that. Never thought he was going to be the muscle. But I do want to say this. I do believe that from what I understand, and I got to go back and look at it, but I don't think that Angel's little robbery thing was the one that went down. This seemed like it was a whole nother robbery from the people who brought in the safe. Not
that to be true.
Girl, I mean, that's what they said. I don't know.
Why your face so serious?
I'm just saying, like,
I mean, I don't know. He had the business card in there, but is he?
Yeah, I'm saying because the dude that was supposed to help him with the robbery, right? He done got unalived. He never made it. So these other guys look like they were trained and ready. If I had this kind of muscle, Jules would never be alive. Jules would have been got if I had this type of muscle. So I was like, this got to be no relation to Angel's situation, because why you ain't using
I was
them?
thinking, and I was like, that's probably going to be a way for them to like, well, even though you tried to rob me, you was a thief and you stole my watch. Technically, you were part of that particular robbery from the dudes I shot with my coffin in a machine gun. So you can come on back into the fold, you and Kimmie. I'll be cool with y'all again. That's what I took that as. Because like you said, he never made it. When those dudes ran in, I was like, this ain't nobody's Kimmie and Angel connection. Girl, they not smart enough to get this kind of team together. Where they find these men at?
Talking about how Jules would have been gone. All of them would have been gone. Jules, the Linda, Barty, all of them would have been gone if I had them connections.
Yeah. Something fell off about it. It wasn't. It was not confirmed. I was waiting for it to be confirmed. But you know, with Tyler, you just go with the scene.
Yeah. And the only reason I say that is because Angel kind of acknowledges them.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is this acknowledgement in the beginning, that whole little exchange? But it could be nothing. Tyler is known to drop something and leave it right there.
The text messages, because it was just like, because he was trying to, take the moment, because he's trying to, protect Kimmie. But I'm like, can we confirm whether or not these were dudes who were just here about the safe, or were you in connection? Because I just didn't feel like Angel would have that kind of team or backing, or even little daddy in the club with them little ass shorts on. I didn't think he would have that type of backing either. Them look like some hitters, but okay.
Exactly. And maybe he thought that old boy had some sort of connection, and maybe that's what he thought. Maybe he thought that's what it was, but I honestly, truly don't think that this had any connection to each other.
Angel, I just ain't never seen a Pooh Shiesty. I ain't got time. I ain't got time. He too busy body rolling in the camera. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. Jules is here. Jules is here, aka Otis. It was the 3rd of September. Otis is looking good. Right, we're a police officer, even though we didn't see a whole lot of that side of his life. But all right, he's a police officer. He's a pimp. It's a trafficking ring. He's an abuser like everybody else. He has an alliance with Mallory. I'm gonna assume he wants Mallory, because why else? We do a lot of idle threats. If I had to have one more scene with Jules giving Kimmie an idle threat, either you gonna beat her up or no, because I don't have time, Tyler. And then we also have a fake alliance with Uncle Norman. We're playing both sides, trying to get to what's going to work with him best. If he doesn't want Mallory, he maybe feels like Mallory is an opportunity for him to come up in this dynamic once everything is turned over. I'm just going to assume that he thinks when old Horace kills over, naturally, since Mallory is the HBIC Incorporated, he's going to leave it to her. Let me get chummy with her to make sure my spot is secure. Because if it's not that, I don't know why we beefing up this shit so hard. EJ, what did you think about Jules?
I ain't gonna lie to you. Every time I look at Jules, all I think about is ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. Like, all I see is Otis every single time. And I mean, it is what it is. But when it's all said and done, I feel like Jules is doing what he's supposed to do. I mean, this is a very, very seasoned actor, and he does his job very, very well. He brings this character to life. Sometimes you like Jules and sometimes you don't. Most of the time you don't. But I think that was the whole point. Jules lives the double life. He's one person over here. He's another person on the other side, right? It's like pretty much like it's a whole family. I mean, well, not the whole family, but you know what I'm saying? Like Mallory. That's what they have in common. Like they're one person here and then they're another person here. Like everybody thinks that Jules is the guy to go to when you need the fixing, when you need this, when you need that. But to the outside world, Jules is, he's the security person. I mean, he's over the security of this family, but he was a cop in a former life. And I guarantee you, at some point, he was probably like the cop, if you know what I mean. Like he has all these connections. The only way you have a bunch of connections like this is if you were the man. You know what I mean? And I hope that we dive into that side of it, because that's what I need to know: how you got all these connections, how you're able to pull all these things off, how you're able to have a whole trafficking ring, and all of this, and how you brought Norman into it. I got a lot of questions, and I hope they get answered.
Yeah, I hope so too. Ashley, what did you think about Otis?
Yeah, I think Jules was a great character. I felt like this was super well acted. I believed him as a villain. Like, yeah, you're terrible. You have no conscience. You are out for numero uno. I think he did a great job in embodying this role and making you really hate him. He loved that B word too. I said, and I really want to know, Tyler, what you know about that pimping? Like, where did you get your knowledge from? Like, did you go on site? Did you do like what do they call it? A drive along, a watch along? Like, did you go and observe the pimping? Because this ain't, I don't know. The pimping wasn't pimping like I would think based on the documentaries that I've watched in my time. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Kimmie was getting a lot of chances. Kimmie was getting a whole lot.
A whole lot. Hustle and Flow, oh boy, would never, man. He would never. This would never go across. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, okay, Jules, what's next for you? And I want to know his ultimate motivation. I really wish we would have gotten a teaser of that in this first part, because we know he's not serving everybody just for no reason. He has an ultimate goal and motive, and I would have liked to get just a taste of that going into the next part.
Yeah, agreed.
I would hope so. I'm going to wait and hold out for it. But I just want to say, with him, with the likes of Richard Lawson, Debbie, even when you get into Horace, you can tell who are the seasoned people here and who aren't. I feel like if Tyler would maybe, shoved out a few more dollars. Not to say that I don't want to see, up and coming actors get a chance or anything like that. Even when you get into Miss T.S. Madison, you can kind of tell who's kind of been out there before as far as acting and who hasn't. And that maybe would have picked up this show a little bit more, because the acting did subtract from a lot of scenes. But let me move on to the next one. I just wanted to say that. And I think lastly here, we have to get into Mama Olivia, because I'm going to protect my raggedy ass cubs. We a God-fearing woman. She walked away from all of this, to the church for her comfort, because y'all was doing too much. She loves Charles, and Charles, your lunch is ready. Now, Roy, you can't get nothing. Get the hell out of my face. We had a fling with Norman, and we being real protective, and we are yelling. Now, like I was saying with, using those seasoned actors, I feel like Debbie was really underutilized here. I expected to see her a little bit more. You can just really tell, even when we have that brief moment where she is informing Norman, like, I know I have dirt on you too. I'll do this, that, and the third to protect my family. Those are the scenes that carry shows like this alone, when people are really acting and trying to push forward with a little bit of nothing that Tyler gives them to work with. Because, baby, Otis ain't have nothing. Olivia didn't have nothing. Richard had, I need to move my wife. But they're doing something with what they have. But we do see her purpose and how she can maybe be utilized later, and maybe what she's willing to do to protect this family. Ashley?
Yeah, Olivia ain't that God-fearing. She said, I'm going to put this Bible on the shelf and I'm going to get with you, Norman. But Norman don't give a damn. Norman is not scared of anybody. He is unhinged. He is the Terminator at this point. I need Olivia to get further away. I know she said, that's why I left the compound. I don't live there anymore. Baby, move further. Get your children and ease on down the road, because he's coming for them. He's coming for them. I was into this asymmetrical bob. She looked amazing, honey. She was giving skin, face, body, legs. Like, she was giving all of the things. But yeah, I want more. You know what I mean? We get a piece of her here, a piece of her there. I want more of her. I want to go back and I want to see how this fling with Norman happened, girl. And how did you stumble up on this human trafficking tea? And how do you sleep at night knowing that they're trafficking these young Black women? That's what I want to know, Olivia. Because are you really God-fearing? I don't think so. Yeah. But I enjoy Debbie Morgan and whatever she does.
Olivia was outside prior to her becoming a God-fearing woman. I want to know when the fling occurred, and I want to know if Horace and you are ever happy. I want to see if some of that gayness was peeking through and his discontent as to why, whatever, was that a factor in your marriage, or was it just you sleeping with the brother? the people want to know. Hopefully Tyler doesn't waste these narratives and we dip our toe back into those things. EJ, what do you think about Olivia?
Yes, I agree with both of you guys on both of those, because those are things that we really, really need to know. Those are the things that's going to really keep this story moving. And with this being an actual series that's supposed to be ongoing, from my understanding, I feel like we got to get those questions answered. We got to get those pieces of information are going to really make this story like really come together, right? So that's the first thing. But I love Olivia. Olivia don't go nowhere. Like I'm loving this whole character. I love the fact that she say yes, but they my horrible mother. Okay, they my horrible. Okay, I know they horrible. You ain't even got to tell me that. I love that part. I love how you say she loved Charles and not Roy, because that's exactly what she was giving the whole time. She was like, I love me some Charles, but Roy can go to HE toothpicks, okay? But yeah, so but I like the dynamics of it. I do want to know a little bit more about how close her and Norman's wife really were. Like, it's a lot of doggone questions that I just have about this character, because I feel like we don't get a whole lot of information about her, and like and like, where are we gonna go with her? Is she gonna step in somewhere? Like, how far is she gonna go to protect these horrible MFers that she got? You know what I'm saying? Like, how far are we gonna go with that? Because I feel like she gonna go far. And then, just last but not least, when we were talking about Jules, I don't know why I just lost my dang on train of thought. Woo, it just went, y'all. It might come back to me later. I don't know where it went to. I just lost the whole thought. It just left. It left. That's crazy. Maybe it'll come. Okay, we gonna let it go.
When it come back to you, EJ, let us know. I just want her to slap Charles upside the head again while he getting it in. That was comedy.
Oh, it's back. It's back. Let me get it right before I leave. There you go. I think that there is something with him and Kimmie. I think there's something deeper. I think that's the reason why he don't put hands on her. I just don't know what it is. Like, at least I'm hoping. I feel like that would be like a good little thing. Like, if we make there a reason why Kimmie keep getting these passes, because everybody know you don't get passes like that.
It ain't.
Dang,
Tyler's pimp hand wasn't strong enough writing this. That's all it was. They ain't got no nothing. I think Kimmie is in debt and on payroll just like everybody else. Yeah.
Let me live with that one.
And lastly, here we have everybody else. We're just getting into whether you feel like they were additions to the cast or if they were subtractions. We got Miss Mama's here from Divorce in Black. She did, she an old school hoe from round the way. She been there for a while. She was doing what needed to be done. Her at the table with the I don't know what she was saying with Body, but it was like, girl, if I ain't had these diabetes and my blood sugar wasn't low, girl, that was funny. She's a caricature, but in the right way, in the sense she's doing what she's supposed to do with this role. She's over the top and funny. Little lawyer Bay up here at the top. I'm here. I'm sure we're gonna have him crying in the car, thinking that maybe Charleston got blew up, and he might. Well, we got something there with him, some substance to know if he's gonna come out the closet. We did, for the little character he was. We gave him a little depth. That little conversation he had with Charles on the bed. I got something to lose. I waited all my life to get to this point. This is why I'm on the down low, but I do love you. We got something there. The security guard. I think he's gonna be an asset in a way to get really unhinged. Cause like, baby, I feel like she opened her legs up to the wrong person. Because eventually she gonna want him to pipe down, and he's not. He feels like every no is an actual yes, and at some point that's gonna be too much. But he's all right. T.S. Madison is always doing what I need her to do a lot in these shows. I don't mind T.S. She did what she was supposed to do, giving I'm finna botch your body, when she did that deep voice like, yeah, I'm here to help you, lay on the table. So okay, T.S. Madison, you better come through. Miss Mama's down here at the bottom. This assistant, I don't know who instructed her to act that way, or if she's supposed to be acting dingy. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's one thing to be over the top or to be a caricature, but just the acting overall. She was acting like she was missing a few chromosomes. It's something wrong with her. I didn't like it. I don't know if it's supposed to give unhinged and she's crazy and she's going to act out in that way, but I did not like how she was acting in the scenes as the assistant. I did like Mallory's comebacks, but the way she was speaking, it was weird. And then we have the lawyer here trying to uncover all secrets, take this opportunity with Roy, and hopefully win these cases for all these victims that have suffered due to Beauty in Black. I feel like we can go somewhere with her. Her acting was good. I'm here for her. I didn't think anybody here was just absolutely useless, but I will say Miss Mama's at the bottom. Do something with that. Ashley.
That was weird. So you don't like me? All right, I'm going to get you back. I'm going to do it. And he's like, why? Because you used me. I'm like, what is this? I don't know what she was channeling. I don't know what or who she was trying to give. It was just weird. Even with Roy. You want me, Roy? No, she doesn't know. She doesn't know anything. I was like, girl, stop it. It was gross and very cringe. And all that tweed was annoying. She could go too. I didn't like it one bit. I don't think Mallory should have said she smelled like blue magic and mothballs, but she should go somewhere and sit down, stay seated. T.S. Madison, she always gonna deliver for me. Like I believed it. I believe she would go and inject some booties in the.
I don't want her to jump nobody no more. I'm gonna say that. Don't jump nobody else in the scene.
Oh, that was terrible. You know, now you T.S., you know you too big to be trying to jump and kick somebody in the chest and everything. Like, that's crazy. Oh girl, from Divorcing the Black, the mama, I could leave her. I don't like that because you a ho. You should have some sympathy and some mercy in your heart. You know what I mean? Varney, he was glistening. I'm never gonna be mad at a melanated, glistening man, you know. So all right, you can stay. The driver, I don't believe you, sir. You're Big Dom now. You Big Papa. I'm a big dog. Like, are you? You
don't want no puppy?
You want a big dog, you know? And I don't think he don't give that energy to me. Yeah, he doesn't. He does. I don't know. Something's not. And plus, I'm thinking about him as Shannon in Divorcing the Black. I can't get it out of my head. And I'm with you with Lawyer. Maybe Lawyer Bay will hook up with Kimmie, and because Kimmie needs some brains. She needs somebody to impart some thinking skills on, put on her thinking cap to get out. So maybe the lawyer will be the key to that. But yeah, I'm here for her.
And EJ?
Yeah, so I'm gonna start with Lawyer Bay down at the bottom. Yeah, I like her. I think that she definitely brings something to the story. We need her. We gotta have the ops. You know, she's not the ops, but you know what I mean.
And she can act.
Yeah, we gotta have her. So I like her. I can't think of his name right now. Security, I'm gonna call him Security. Security guy was doing too much for me. Okay, there we go. Calvin was doing too much for me. We figured out at some point that he's in debt to Jules, and that means that you know exactly what go down and what's happening around there. What made you so inclined to want to pursue this woman? It sounded kind of stalkerish to me. It sounded very weird as he goes on to really talk about, you know, how this kind of came about. So I just think it's weird. I think it's something else tied to it. I think there's something deeper with it. And I think it has something to do with Jules. In my opinion, Jules is trying to get close to her, but Jules always has a motive. So I'm thinking maybe we get some dirt on her. Maybe this was his mission. Maybe this is she cares about appearances, right? So maybe this was the mission. So that's my thought on them. But I don't buy his, I don't buy all of it. No, I don't buy it. Definitely lawyer dude, like definitely liking him. Feel like he probably has the most common sense out of everybody. But this whole situation with him loving Charles, because that's what it boils down to. He loves him, but he doesn't want to be, he just has to have a certain image outside, and he knows that some people are not going to be able to handle that. And so he's just trying to keep it, because he says it very clearly. He's not in the closet. He just is trying to keep this away from his job. So I get it, you know, and I like him. I really do like him. But I do hope that he figures out that Charles ain't it. I like Charles, but he ain't it for him. Like I see him with somebody else, like that kind of matches him.
Charles gonna grow.
Okay, he might. T.S. Madison, girl, I just needed her to not. I mean, these fake injections, doing too much. Like, since when does your person that do the bodies also come to help you jump somebody and do all this extra stuff? Like, you just too involved. Like, she should have been doing something else, like trying to perfect her injection skills, like going to get a real nurse's license. Like, one of those things, anything that she could have been spending her time doing. Delinda, oh God, she knew how long it took her to pay off her debt too. Come on now. And your debt was smaller. You know that it is no way that they're ever going to be able to pay these debts off. There needs to be a little bit of compassion for.
Tax bracket
She was
was
happy
different
about it. She was
back
like,
in them
"Damn."
days when Delinda was paying off her debt. That's the next decade.
No, she said these bees gonna be here forever. They was laughing about
Exactly.
it.
Okay, I was like, that's too much. And then the assistant, there's something wrong with her. I don't know exactly what it is, but there's definitely something delusionally wrong with her. How do you get mad at dude for getting it on with Mallory when you was giving out BJs? I don't understand. Like, to me, that just didn't equate to. I was like, that don't even make sense. So what is it exactly? Y'all, you know what the situation is. Y'all are both under Jules. So why do you? Girl, it just didn't make sense. It was dumb. It was dumb on every single level. And that whole tried to turn, oh boy. I mean, we know Roy like anything in a skirt. If Roy could figure out that she was playing games, then why if Roy figured that out and he's dumb, what made you think?
God, I came in here to get a dress for Mallory. Is that my phones? Girl, ass out of here.
And the dress wasn't even like
it wasn't even sexy like she said it was tweed. Girl, you can't be trying to flirt in a tweed. Girl, please. But y'all, that's the show. That's the show. That's those 8 episodes, and those are the characters. Predictions, will you be watching? I'll be watching to pick up where we left off here.
Yes.
And as far as predictions, it was comical ending off. We already knew. You already know, because I got a surprise. My new girl, she just 16. I'm gonna go pick her up. I was like, if you don't bring the sister body and come on here so we can get on with the story. Okay. Well, we end off with Kimmie getting a little bass in her voice and a little pep in her chest. Because not the sister I've been sending money back to for just the horrid stepdaddy to spend it. It's like, girl, you send another dime. But all right. It's for predictions, I'm not even gonna get into it. I feel like we all kind of know what's coming. I feel like this is not the last that we are going to see of Horace communicating with Kimmie in that way. That's going to come back. I feel like some way, somehow, Kimmie is gonna get her way into being a part of this company. That's the only direction we can really go with Kimmie. So don't play on my top. Body's just gonna be trying to get Ronnie from Players Club and get her lick back from her being ran over, and hopefully she a little damaged. Hopefully her booty is deflated. That would be comedy. Do that for me, Tyler, since you want to do everything else. Deflate Body's body so she can sit down somewhere. I don't know. I guess we'll get more into Mallory. And her being Mallory, there's no way for us to go with Mallory. Mallory's gonna try to see who's in Horace's ear. Who the hell is Kimmie? What can I do to we need to get her out of here. I'm supposed to be handling this. I don't need nobody coming in here stepping on my toes. And the fact that this is the wench she was looking for, who was sleeping with Roy, who called her, that's gonna add some more issues. That's gonna add an issue for Roy. I don't think Roy is gonna care too much. He is going to be maybe wrapped up with that lawyer, and we'll see how far that goes. If she's going to fall for him, if she's just using him for a story, I think we're going to go there with that. Charles is not in that car. Don't even try to act like Charles is in that car. He ain't in that car. And Richard Lawson is going to try to get his vengeance, and Debbie going to be yelling in parking garages. EJ, what are your predictions?
Girl, pretty much the same as yours. I mean, at the end of the day, Charles is just not in the car. It's not him. It's the stripper dude. At the end of the day, Horace will spin the block back with Kimmie because he does know that she did try to come back and save him. Like, she had a change of heart. So he's going to try to help her in any way that he can. He already did her a big solid. He didn't have to move Rain, but he did. We knows that he has this strong connection with her for whatever reason, whatever it is. He really likes Kimmie. He chose Kimmie for a reason. And she is going to be a part of this company in some way, form, or fashion. Mallory is going to hate Kimmie because she is going to find out that Kimmie is indeed the one that Roy has been sleeping with. But not only that Kimmie is also the one that is going to somehow maybe be like the beneficiary, maybe like be in the trust fund. Like, she going to get in the wheel some kind of way, right? Mm-hmm. And that's going to even make it even worse because Mallory thinks that she is the it girl for all the fellas in this. I mean, she has Horace, she has Norman, she has the 2 top dogs in her pocket, so to a sense to where they really, really like her, right? Better than they like the real family. So there's that. And then as far as I don't think Angel even is gonna make it, y'all. I really feel like Angel is gonna be done for eventually. I don't know when, where, what time, but I do feel like we're actually not gonna see Angel anymore, and he's gonna be gone. And as far as Jules is concerned, I feel like Jules' secret, of course, it's out there now because he just put it out there. But I don't think Horace is going to throw it out there yet. I think Horace is going to try to figure out who else is involved. And I think that's where we kind of going to lead up to the finding out about the brother and stuff like that. But the brother just going to say unhinged. He about to go off on everybody the entire time. It's going to be diabolical. So we good.
Ashley?
Girl, just let's just get it done. Hurry up and get here. I'll be watching because I'm locked in. Like I told y'all, I was sad. Horace probably gonna marry Kimmie. It's probably gonna be something to leave her the empire and the estate, and it's gonna be a rivalry. I'm here for all the tomfoolery and foolishness. After she pulled this stunt against Jules, she's gonna have to run to Horace as her refuge. So I think it'll actually be her reaching out to him finally, now that he has like an idea of what the truth is, talking about, you don't know me, you don't know my name, you never see my face. But I think he's going to get to the bottom of it. He called the judge out. We're going to see what happens. But yeah, I'm sad, and I'll be sad for part 2.
Mm-hmm. We sad. We are absolutely sad. Now, we're not going to sat too much longer here because we have a live directly after this one. We will be talking about 3 women, all the real ones out here who have been going through the motions with us as we discuss 3 women. Please get over there to check us out. We're not even going to go through the motions here. Y'all already know what it is. Everybody's link is listed in the description box below if you want to get over there and subscribe. If you are new, we will be collaborating a whole lot moving forward. If anybody's face here is new to you, EJ, myself, or Ashley, please go and subscribe to everybody's channel. Please drop it low, like Body Yaddy, not like Kimmie, because Kimmie wasn't doing nothing. Drop low and leave comments as far as your predictions for the show. What do you think is going? And if you're watching, or if you're just gonna kind of leave this by the wayside. But I am gonna go ahead and take us out of here so we can get ready for our next live and leave you guys with what we have coming up Wednesday. Wednesday, we will be celebrating Ashley's 5K. Ashley has 5,000 new subscribers over there, and we want to celebrate her, and she will be doing it in her own way. Once again, you guys get on over there, just leave this and go to the next live and chat it up with us about those 3 raggedy women. We would definitely see you guys the next day, and the next day after that, and the next day after that.
All that.
Ta-da! Come on, Dorothy!
I was very happy because, I love the play so much.